as much as it sounds playboy, I didn't fuck them bitches. I didn't.
Don't involve money that I don't
accept. Basically, when I started streaming, man, like to understand the whole story, you know, 9th July, not too long ago, was 10 years of me being in Canada with my family. So like I arrived here at 2010, and I was like a poor immigrant, didn't find my place, and I just like started gaming a lot, and I just wanted that I wanted to do something out of gaming in my life, right? And I had no support. My mom was against it. She's a teacher from Algeria. She's too old to understand like the culture of gaming. You know, I could be like, "Look, mom, Faker's making $3 million a year." She's gonna be like, "Fake news. Like, who wrote that article or whatever?" Like, she wouldn't have believed anything that I would say. So I was sad back then, but I was fooled, bro. I had like huge fuel going on within me. I wanted to prove people wrong. I wanted to do my like live my dream, and you know, get to do something off gaming, my passion. It's still my passion, right? And I just had this insane energy. Like, mic is too low. Hold up. I just had this insane energy where it's like, no matter how bad life was, I was on, dude. I was on crack. Like, I would still do anything and everything and not get depressed and not like it didn't matter. And when I finally made it, chat, it's like it's better. Is the mic better? Okay. When I finally made it, man, it was even better. It was like if I was taking crack before, now I'm taking cocaine. You know, like it was. It's an analogy, by the way, for those who don't understand. I don't actually do drugs, but what I'm trying to say is because I made it and I turned around what my mom thought, what people thought, and I now became like relevant. I started making even more, way more money than everybody around me, my mom, my family, and I just started streaming, right? And like I was living the dream come true, and it was so much positive energy. It didn't matter how life was, didn't matter what habits I was doing. I was driven. I was still driven. I still had that insane energy. Like I could never get depressed, never. But then things turned around, bro. Things turned around in 2018 when I'm not even gonna lie, chat. Like the big part that took off that fuel, that energy I had. Like this gonna sound stupid, but like in season 8 in 2018, I lost my passion towards the game, chat. Like I was so passionate towards League. I wanted to achieve so many things, but it's like the moment 2018 came in and they released Stopwatch. This sounds stupid, but the moment they realized they released Stopwatch, I fucking lost all interest, all passion, everything towards the game. It became a source of negativity more than positivity. It became like now, you know, my life was so, and the game was even worse than my life, and it was like shit. And it's about the time that I took my first break of streaming in League. Like I think I didn't stream for a month because I got shafted on by Pobelter 3 games in a row. Actually, he played Oriana 3 games in a row, and I used to 50-50 win lane against him, and he just shafted me 3 times with Stopwatch. I just took a break. It's funny to say, but all right, that happened. So, you know, I didn't have this positive energy anymore. It was actually hard to stream. It was hard to get on my computer and be like, yeah, it's gonna be a good day of streaming and League. It's gonna be nice. You know, I didn't have that anymore, and that's when I started looking for more, dude. I started pursuing something. This is when it gets like, I started pursuing something, chat, that didn't really exist. It's like I was pursuing happiness, but in the wrong way. Like what I thought was happiness was actually not. Like I didn't know what it was, so I was just pursuing things. You know, as I told you guys, I'm an immigrant, you know, and I was poor as fuck. I gave up on all, like, I didn't really have that many life experiences since I came to Canada because I didn't have money to chill with people, and I distanced myself from everybody to like just focus on league and become what I became. So like I didn't do those party. I didn't, as much as it sounds playboy, I didn't fuck them bitches. I didn't chill. I didn't know, like all what I was doing was play the game, and that's how I was getting happiness from life. So like, you know, and it was working. It was working, so it was fine, right? That was the meaning of life. But it's like I've gave up everything. So now that the game became so bad, I started pursuing happiness in another way where I wanted to feel more fulfilled about myself, because it's been like by 2019 it's been 2 years I've been streaming, and like, you can't feed energy off the same thing all the time unless you're growing. Like if my stream was growing, and it kind of low-key it was growing. It never was bigger than in the beginning of 2019, but like I just couldn't get the fuel from it. I couldn't get the positivity, the energy. So I started looking for other things. I started traveling, because back then the only country that I traveled to is Algeria and Canada, back and forth. So I started traveling. I went, to USA. I went to Europe. I went in many places. Started partying. I not super proud, but when I went to Europe, I was a bit of a playboy. I was, going to bars, picking up, like having a really good night, and ending up my night with a girl or whatever. And it was cool, right? It was fun in the moment, but like the next day it's all meaningless. Like it was all meaningless. Like you cannot fuel energy or happiness from those type of shit, bro. Like those type of shit, it's more to like relieve the pressure. Like you have to have a goal in your life, and you have to have a meaning in your life that you pursue, and by succeeding in it you get like that's what I got in my life. By succeeding in it, like you get that happiness and that fuel, and your life makes sense, and you could be there for your family, for your friends, for people around you, and you could achieve good, and maybe do charity or whatever, right? But it's like, hold up, I lost myself. I felt like I just smoked weed. Since when do I forget what I was talking about when I'm sober? What was I talking about? Yeah, like you have to have a goal. Like doing those things, those fun things, it's not fulfilling. It's nothing, chat. It's literally like just straight up fun for the moment being, and the next day you feel even more empty than before. So, I've done all the things, and when I came back to Canada, you know what I did? I got into a relationship, right? Like, I'm a lost soul looking for the point of life, looking for the meaning of life, looking for happiness, not being depressed. Because the truth is, since a year and something, 2/3 of the time, chat, I would literally be depressed, down, feeling neurosis, like feeling anxiety, like, you know what I mean? And this is the main reason why I wasn't able to keep consistently streaming. I wasn't able to like stream almost every day and never take breaks and everything, because like 2/3 of the time I'm down. And how is the guy that's down, that's feeling low-key depressed, gonna entertain other people? Like if I'm not happy, if I'm not in a good state of mind, how am I supposed to make other people laugh? You know what I mean? It's like even when I'm around people like in real life, if I'm not feeling down, I'm not gonna talk much. I'm just gonna listen, and like I'm never gonna be the one making people laugh and everything. So, I got a girlfriend. I thought maybe that was gonna help, and I learned a lot about it. You guys remember Juliette, right? Still my last picture on Instagram is still with her, and I've been with her, and it just, life didn't turn around. Life didn't get really better, and this whole thing blew up when Corona happened. When Corona happened, chat, everybody was isolated. I went back, as you guys know, I went back to my mom's house, lived with my mom's sister, and my girlfriend came in so that we could see each other. Else I wouldn't see her, because like we had to be isolating for Corona, and this was a big setup of, okay, I have to do something about it, because like you're forced. You cannot engage socially with other people. You cannot take your depression from, like, you're stuck in one place with the same people and yourself, and you just, like, I was stuck. Like, I had to do, like, that's the point where I was like, I have to do something about all this, low key. Like, something is wrong. It's been more than a year, and that's also when I went through my breakup. So I've been with Juliette for a year, chat. We started dating each other in like May last year, and we lived together for like 3 weeks. And I'm not gonna get into detail with that story. Like, it's been a year, and at some point, we've never been 3 weeks together nonstop like this, and it's like part of it. At the same time, like, I cannot take her to a restaurant, to movies, or anything. Like, I had to be the one engaging, entertaining the relationship, but I was just not in the state of mind. And I asked her to give me a break. Like, I asked her to, like, go back to home and give me like 2 or 3 weeks so I could, like, think about everything. And what happened is, she did, she understood at the time, and she's a very understanding person. She understood at this time, and she just left me alone. She went back, but like at some point she did something that she shouldn't have done. She threatened me to, like, how do I phrase this? She threatened to leave me. You know what I mean? She, like, for the first time in our relationship, one of us threatened the other of, like, oh, I can't, I don't see myself in this relationship, and like, this might just be it. So when, and like, I talked with her, she really didn't want to end the relationship, but women are very emotional, and she said it out of the top of the lungs, and it's, that triggered the rep, like, that triggered us, our relationship going off. You know what I mean? It's basically, yeah, I'm not saying men aren't emotional, but women are, at least the women I'm hanging with are pretty emotional, dude. But that's okay, like, that's why we love women, right? But anyways, I broke up with her, and I had to deal with that, and I was kind of off for the first 2 weeks. I came back to my home. I stayed alone. I came back here, Dita, Montreal. Left my mom's house, and I chilled for a little bit. I was wondering what the fuck I needed to do, man, to get out of this, to like, get back to streaming, get back to life, get back to everything, man. Like.